So let us discuss the rules to find out the first sets of non-terminals in the given grammar. As we know that we will find out the first sets only for the non-terminals. That we need to remember. We will not find out the first set for terminals also. No first set for terminals. We will find out first set only for non-terminals in the grammar. You all know what is non-terminal. Simply you remember all uppercase alphabets are called non-terminals only. So whatever the uppercase alphabets you write here, they will be called as non-terminals, and that also will not give exact meaning. I have told you the meaning of non-terminal and terminal. Non-terminal means a variable which is generating some production. If any variable or if any symbol gives some production, that will be non-terminal, and if it not generates any other symbols, that will be called as terminal, right? So now you see what is our first rule for while finding out the first sets. If the production is in the form of A implies alpha, and they are asking us to assume that alpha is a terminal. If any production is in the form of A implies alpha and alpha is a terminal, then what we will do? We will add that alpha to the first set of A. We will not think about anything. If any production is in the form of A derives alpha and alpha is a terminal, then we will add that terminal to the first set of A. Kindly listen here. I will show you an example also. In the previous class also I have told you the example. Again I am going to show you the example. Please look here. So first set. Okay, leave about this first step. I am going to explain you regarding this first sets, finding out the first set. What is the production I am taking here? An example production is S implies A, B, A. So here this production is not, this particular production is not in the form of A implies alpha. This is not in the form of A implies alpha. That's why what we will do is, you see here, the actual meaning that they are telling is, on the right hand side, if the production starts with the terminal, it is not only A implies alpha. If the production starts with the terminal and it can be followed by any number of terminals or non-terminal, that's okay. So but on the right hand side, if it starts with the terminal, then what we need to do is, we should add that alpha to the first set of S. Okay, we should add that alpha to the first set of S. Why? Because there is a rule saying that if the production is in the form of, see here I am talking about first sets of the non-terminals. I will show you what are the first sets of non-terminal. You see the rules first. If any production is in the form of A implies alpha and alpha is a terminal. Suppose on the right hand side, if any production starts with the terminal, then we will simply add that first symbol of that right hand side to the first set of that particular one. We will simply add the terminal starting symbol. I told you that the meaning of first here is, we will always look after the first symbol on the right hand side. We always look after the first symbol of the right hand side production. Okay, example I'll tell you. Anyhow, we will discuss more examples later. You see, our second rule is, if the production is in the form of A implies epsilon. You see on the right hand side we have only epsilon. If epsilon is present on the right hand side, or if the production is in the form of A implies of epsilon, then we will directly add that epsilon to the first set of A. If epsilon is present, directly we will add that epsilon to the first set of A, and if alpha is present, directly that alpha is added to the first set of A. So though alpha is present or epsilon is present, we will simply add that symbol to the first set. These are the two rules we are having. Now let us understand the third rule we are having here. Suppose if x is a non-terminal and x implies y1, y2 and so on, yk. What do you mean by this? If you have both non-terminals present on left hand side and right hand side. See, you see the above two cases. On the right hand side we are having alpha and we are mentioning that alpha is a terminal. And in the second production rule, A is epsilon and epsilon directly we will add to the first set of A. Why? Because epsilon means nothing, but we will add epsilon symbol to the first of A. Then our third rule, very important rule. Suppose if the production is in the form of x implies y1, y2 and so on yk, then what we need to do is we will find out the first set for this y1 again. Actually we are finding out the first set for x. So if non-terminals are present on the right hand side, you find out the first set of y1. When I go to y1, the first set of y1, consider the first set of y1, we are finding out, is it right? We are going to find out first set of y1, and what is the previous one to the first set of y1? First set of yi minus 1. So what happens is, suppose when we understand all these things very clearly, what happens if the production is in the form of x implies y1, y2 and so on yk, and it can understand that y1, y2, y3 are the non-terminals, but they are not, actually they are non-terminals only. But how to find out the first sets? So here the first symbol is y1, that's why we will find out the first set of y1. If I go to y1 and first set of y1 equal to yi minus 1, I will go for using yi minus 1. Okay, I will explain you this with an example. In the previous classes also I have told you. So anyhow, please listen once. I will explain you this with an example, how to find out the first sets. So you see here, S implies ABA, B implies BB or epsilon. So now what I am going to tell you here, step 1 not required. Why step 1 is not required? The given grammar is not in the form of left recursive or in the form of left factoring. So how do you find out the given production is a left recursive production? If the starting symbol of the left hand side and starting symbol on the right hand side present, then it is said to be what? If both the starting symbols of left hand side and right hand side present are same, then we will go for, then what we will do, if both are same, what happens? You see here what we are discussing here, what is left recursion and left factoring. We need to eliminate the left recursion. Okay, the symbols are both the symbols are same. So if I suppose here the variable is s, and if it also, the production also starts with s, then we need to, the production will also starts with s, then we need to first find out, our first objective is to find out the first, okay, first of s and follow of s, right? First of s and follow of s. So for what things we are going to find out here? Only for the non-terminals, right? So for non-terminals, like here we are going to find out the first set of first of s equal to first of small a, that's why it has been ended, first of s equal to first of small a. So first of b equal to small b, capital B or epsilon. What we will do here, so b implies bb or c. Suppose if I remove this particular one, what can I do? So b implies bb or epsilon. So what we need to do is compute first of s. What is first of s? S implies ABA. Second one is, see, if the production is in the form of S implies ABA, then you can assume that this production is in the form of A implies alpha. If the production is in the form of A implies alpha, then we can easily construct a parse tree, right? So what parse tree will construct? Yes, here S implies A. Okay, S implies A. And this is called first set. Okay, this is called first set. If suppose A implies, if we suppose A implies alpha, okay, then we'll apply the same formula. Both are same, but here we have added S implies A and A implies alpha only. So you see here, next. So now this is how we are finding out the first sets. So first set of ABA is first set of S equal to A. Then first of B equal to, what is first of B? The first symbol in the right hand side production is small b comma epsilon. Small b comma epsilon. Right? And what about this one? If the production is in the form of beta implies alpha, B implies alpha, if the production is in the form of capital B implies epsilon, then what happens? We will go for finding out, add epsilon to the, what is this? Add epsilon to the first of A. So this is how we are going to find out the first sets, and this is how we are going to find out the first sets, right?